Welcome to RV and Travel Adventures. My name is Jesus Manuel Mena Garza. Hope you're doing fantastic wherever you're at. In this video, I do quite a bit of griping, quite a few complaints about my Rockwood Mini Lite travel trailer. I have owned my Rockwood Mini Lite for over a year and a half now. It's a 2022 edition, and I've encountered quite a few good times, but also some bad times. The good times are the fact that I have a toilet. Moving on from tent camping, truck bed camping, having a toilet is a big thing, and having a shower is fantastic. Also, having a bed and a nice little recliner to watch some TV is excellent. I really enjoy that functionality. And of course, you have your own sink, refrigerator, etc., etc. So you can wash dishes and pull a beverage whenever you want. If it's raining outside, it's not an issue. You just pull out a beverage and call it good. You don't have to, if it's raining, if it's super hot outside, you don't have to worry about walking outside and going to the pit toilet at the state park and stuff like that, and encountering bears and pulling out your flashlight and all that insanity that my wife and I have endured over the last 30 years, camping in the Sierras, in the Rockies, and of course now in Texas. But I do have 5 gripes about my travel trailer, my Rockwood Mini Lite. I have a little list here, and it's in small type. I should have printed it in bigger type, but it's in small type. I apologize. So these are my 5 complaints, my 5 gripes. And for all you newbies out there, it's good to know what you're getting into. You know, it's not what all the RV, salesmen say. It's fabulous. Everything's fabulous. Or those folks that get free RVs and doing, traipsing about the country in their free RV. Anyway, hey, this is fabulous. This is amazing. Everything's copacetic. It's not always copacetic. So here's my little list. Again, I'm going to read from it. I'm going to pull it up once in a while and look at it. I apologize. First on my list is a GoPower PWM. That's Pulse Width Modulated Charge Controller, and its location. It's located right below the TV in my RV, below the TV and above the electric fireplace, a space heater. It's a poor location. It's very far from where the batteries are. I would seriously recommend, first of all, you don't get these GoPower PWM Pulse Width Modulated budget. I even see these $250,000 RVs with these PWM GoPower units. I go, what are you thinking? You want MPPT, multi-point power tracking, something like that. High quality, from a decent manufacturer, not GoPower. GoPower makes some cheap stuff. So it's located, about a good 20 feet from where the batteries are. I would like to see it relocated, in my humble opinion, in the pass-through, pretty close to where the batteries are. And I would like the ability to take it out and throw it in the garbage and replace it with a Victron MPPT unit. Very nice, with Bluetooth, and I can check in and go, oh, everything is copacetic. So that's my number one complaint. Let me look at my little list again. The cabinets. I've traveled approximately 5,000 miles in my travel trailer. I picked it up in Indiana, in Shipshewana, Indiana, pretty close to where they make them. I got a good deal on it. And then I went to, Illinois, and, through Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, etc., etc. And then I went to Arkansas, stayed there quite a bit. And of course, I've camped a lot in Texas, quite a bit in Texas. I went to about a good half dozen state parks and also camping at a private resort on the coast. So I've had quite a bit of experience. But lately I've been having problems with the cabinets. They aren't very high quality kitchen cabinets. They use what's called sticker wrap. That's a vinyl cover over this particle board. And if you put a screw in that particle board, it doesn't really have a good grip. And if it comes loose, you have to put some plastic wood putty in its place and then wait for it to dry, then put another screw in there. That's the only way it works, because that is not decent quality wood. And because it's that particle board with sticker wrap, plastic wrap, those screws get a little bit loose, and eventually, what happens? Your slides get loose, and your drawers fall out. So recently, actually 3 times, my drawers got loose and they came out. And the first time they just slid out. Next time they slid out. More of them slid out. And the last time, a couple of them came out and fell on the ground. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. So I had to replace the slides, put some wood putty in there, plastic wood putty, and fix it. And I did a good job, relatively good job. I am not a carpenter. Are you a carpenter? You probably could have done a 10 times better job than I. And there's a term we use in Spanish for some half-assed job. It's called estilo rascuachi. It was pure estilo style, rascuachi. So they're in place, and I added some magnets, and I added some catches so they don't move as readily. But they look a little funny. I apologize. So if you ever come to my RV and you look at my drawers and go, what is that? Those are my drawers on my Rockwood Mini Lite after I had to fix them because the folks at Rockwood Flagstaff didn't do a very good job with my kitchen cabinets. 3 on the left, 2 on the right. They aren't in good shape. In fact, the ones on the left didn't even have a support to hit the ground. They were actually dangling. The supports were dangling in midair, like on a flying trapeze. So I had to actually add some wood and do some reinforcement just to make it work. Again, the folks at Rockwood Mini, Flagstaff, did a crappy job with these drawers, and especially selecting that cheap-ass wood, okay? I understand a lot of manufacturers sell $100, $150, small Class A's. They have these crappy wood, and Rockwood uses this crappy wood. It's endemic in the industry. Let me get my notes again. What does that say here? Number 3, poor customer service. Wow. Recently, I went camping in opened my refrigerator, and out came a bunch of stuff. That bottom door, little shelf there, broke. It broke off. The plastic broke. One of the ends broke. And I called the folks at the local Rockwood dealership here in Claiborne, Texas. You can guess who they are. And I asked them, hey, I need this shelf. Do you have it in stock? They looked and looked. We don't have no shelves. Let me talk to somebody else. No, we don't even know what it is. We can't even order you one. I go, you mean you sell these Rockwoods with these Chinese-made GE refrigerators and you don't have the parts for them? Apparently we don't. I'm paraphrasing, of course. And then I called the folks at Rockwood, and they said, you have to talk to this other department, customer service department, and leave them the VIN number, and maybe they can help you. And I did that, and I've been waiting for the last few weeks, and hopefully they'll get back to me and tell me what I need. In the meantime, I added some Gorilla Glue. I added a lot of Gorilla Glue, that chunk. I glued it back together, and I put it back in my refrigerator. I don't plan to put anything on that shelf. I don't plan to put anything in my drawers when I'm traveling down the road so they won't fly out. I'm going to put everything in boxes, my flatware, my dishes, my pots and pans, my odds and ends that I have in those those drawers, and in that refrigerator shelf. I'm not going to put anything in there just because I'm paranoid. I'm just going to put them in boxes in the meantime, or in case the refrigerator, just put them in another section. So you buy something in the expectation that it's going to be a high quality or a decent quality. It turns out to be poor quality or non-existent quality and non-existent customer service. Again, the Rockwood dealership, they were shocked. We never heard of this shelf. GE? We only sell every single Rockwood and Flagstaff and Forest River product in the universe at this time with a DC fridge. It has these shelves, and they're from GE, but we don't know where they're from, how to order one. Yeah. Number 4, numero 4, for all these folks out there who can speak Espanol. Can you speak Spanish? I can speak a little bit, just a tiny bit. Helps me when I go to Mexico and do some traveling south of the border. Freshwater tanks. I was very, very excited to buy this travel trailer. Wow, it has 50-gallon plus freshwater tanks. That means I can go boondocking for an extended period of time. Just fill them up, go down that bumpy road, park it, and live out there in high style, taking showers, drinking water, etc. Putting water in the ice refrigerator for the ice cubes, etc., etc. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But it's not that case. It was basically a marketing ploy by the folks at Rockwood, Flagstaff. Apparently, according to the folks at Flagstaff and Rockwood, they say don't fill up those. If you're going down the road for any extended period of time, don't fill up those freshwater tanks with more than 10, maybe 15 gallons of water, because they'll collapse. And what you don't want to do while you're driving down the road in your truck with your travel trailer behind you is to have the supports fall and your tanks fall on the highway. You don't want that to happen. You do not want that to happen. So, and especially if you went boondocking down some modestly rutted road, you're just going down, 50 feet, 100 feet of road, and you're going like this. If you got those things full, there's a good chance, there's a possibility that one of those few supports, those delicate supports, are going to break off and that tank's going to fall. Again, the tank, there's different qualities of freshwater tanks. Some are solid as a rock. You press on them. Wow, that's thick plastic. In the case of the Rockwood Flagstaff version, they're basically flimsy, and the supports under them are flimsy. And there's a lot of folks out there in the YouTube universe, especially owners of Rockwood mini lights, doing videos on how to support their freshwater tanks, various ways, various methodologies. And, they know if they want to go boondocking, they have to retrofit, upgrade, fix what Rockwood and Flagstaff couldn't fix, the supports for the fresh water tanks. Yes, you can go to some place, fill up your tanks, drive for a few miles down a flat road, and it should be no problem as long as it's paved. But once you go down a rocky little road, bump, 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 bump. All bets are off. All bets are off with those water tanks, freshwater water tanks. I thought, man, 50 plus gallons, I can go boondocking for an extended period of time. And a little bit of solar that I got on the roof, I am set. Oops, I'm sorry about hitting the mic there. I apologize. 5. This is the final one. Super, super noisy AC. In Texas in the summer, I was recently, it was 100 plus degrees for the last month, this month, next month. It's 100 plus degrees. I went camping, and my wife and I are going, man, this is hot. So I went hiking here and there. We had our hats, we had our long sleeve UV shirts on, etc., etc. We were hiking, and at night it would be hot. We had the AC on, but by the time we wanted to go to sleep, when it's time to hit the sack, we had to turn off the AC because why? Because it's hella, let me emphasize, it's hella noisy. It's hella noisy. So we don't use our AC at night. During the day, we use it when we're reading, eating, cooking, lounging about, watching a little TV, listening to some music, going to the toilet, taking a shower, etc., etc. Fixing things at my Rockwood mini light. We have the AC on. No problem. It's noisy. During the day, I can deal with it. But at night, I'm a light sleeper. Are you a light sleeper? I'm a light sleeper. So those are my 5 points. Let me just look at them again. I do not like the GoPower PWM charger and its location. That's number 1. Number 2, the sticker wrap cabinets are essentially poor quality, and the screws get loose, and it's basically pulverized wood covered in plastic. Number 3, poor customer service at the local RV dealership, the local Rockwood, and also the folks at Rockwood Flagstaff haven't been much help either. Freshwater tank supports, they're not supported very well. They didn't make an effort to support those tanks in an equitable and fair fashion. You sell somebody a 50 plus gallon tank, they have the illusion, the delusion, the aspiration to actually go down the road and have those at least 90% filled, maybe 80% filled, and be able to do some boondocking. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And finally, that's a hell of a noisy AC unit. noisy. It's definitely not whisper quiet. So what would I do differently? I would have still bought my Rockwood Mini Lite. I've enjoyed it. It's a tremendous little, travel trailer. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the positives and the negatives of travel trailers. I learned about cabinetry. And the next RV I buy, I'm going to buy something with a little bit better cabinetry, or understand that I'm going to have to fix those cabinets. Like I've been looking at Thor, Gemini, Class A, and I look at those and I go, those cabinets are very similar to the Rockwood Mini Lite. They're basically pulverized, that horrible wood with the vinyl wrap. If I bought that one, I know that I'll have to fix those cabinets. But that's at least I came into the purchase understanding that this is the reality. That's the total 100% reality. Okay. So that's a possibility. I'm also considering if when we move in a couple of years, and if I have a space for it and I have a workspace, I would like to build out a cargo trailer. Put in a solar power, bank. What do you call those things? Those big boxes with a lot of receptacles connected to some solar on the roof, and have it right there. A little bit of furniture with a sink and a pump water system and some containers of water. Fill here, fill there. Want to shower? Spray myself. Portable toilet. I already have a portable toilet, etc., etc. Make my own little setup, insulated. Put some paneling up. Thinking about upfitting a cargo van. Again, upfitting a cargo van if I have the space. If not, I'll just stick with my travel trailer. I'll only use it once in a while. And when I go traveling, know full well when I come back, I have to fix a bunch of stuff. That's the harsh reality. When you own a Rockwood Flagstaff travel trailer and you go down any sort of bumpy road, and again, I was just driving down the road, minding my own business when I went over some railroad tracks, and with the heat in Texas, 100 plus degrees, the road was slightly buckled, and boom, I go, oh no, it's my drawers are gonna be flying out. Not good. So hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Jesus Manuel Mena Garza. Don't forget to leave your kind and friendly comments, suggestions, and your experiences below, abajo. Muchas gracias a todos a ustedes. And please, only if you have the time. If you're too busy, I totally understand. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Muchas gracias a todos a ustedes. And ring the bell for future notificaciones. From Fort Worth, Texas, these have been my 5 gripes. Sorry for going on forever and complaining. Yeah, this is an old fart here complaining about his travel trailer. Old dudes have plenty of time to complain. I apologize. Seriously, I apologize. Again, where am I at? I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. Gracias. Adios. Bye-bye.